Yo, yeah, man. So I was just on my man Ralph Live on TikTok, right, talking about did James Worthy deserve Finals MVP in 1988? Joe Slam. So panel said he didn't deserve it because Magic had a better plus minus. So here's the context of NBA basketball, in my opinion, right? Hold on, somebody jumping in. Magic Johnson is obviously one of the greatest players of all time. I got Magic in my top three. Mount Rushmore, easy, right? But in specific series, in specific instances, right, players can outplay the best player on their own team. For example, um, 2016 in Game Five, the truth is Kyrie outplays LeBron. They both have 41 though, but Kyrie is setting the tone stronger in the beginning of the game, and LeBron kind of catches up, take his lead a little bit. Now in Game Six, LeBron scores 41, but Kyrie still has a good game, right? And then Game Seven, LeBron triple double. Now, honestly, I forgot how much. I forgot how much. Uh, I forgot how much Kyrie had in that series. Let me look at it real quick. So we got in that series in Game Seven. So for the series, Kyrie averages 27. So mind you, Kyrie averages 27 for the series. LeBron averages 29. So it's like a point and a half. Well, 2.5 points, right? But LeBron gets him in rebounds and assists and steals and blocks. So LeBron leads the whole series and everything, right? But in game seven, LeBron has a 27-point triple double. Kyrie has 26. Kyrie has a plus 10. His plus 10 is higher. So matter of fact, let's take a look at that because this is my problem with all this stuff, yo. Um, let's look at the advanced stats. So yeah, so but my point is that Kyrie is a significant player in the series, right? So go back to James Worthy. In '88, their argument is Worthy basically is the reason why they was losing. Like it's like what? You know what I'm saying? Like so anyway, mind you, in '88, what happens is this is the if you ever seen the Isaiah Thomas sprains his ankle in the game, and he still puts up 25 in the fourth quarter. He has a crit, but they lose, right? I'm sorry, they win that game. So now the series they're up 3-2. The Pistons are up 3-2, right? Now up until this point, the points have been neck and neck with Worthy and Magic. Magic has an insane amount of assists, right? I'm about to pull it up. So Magic has an insane amount of assists. Um, let me see. So for the series, Worthy averages 22 and 7. Magic averages 13 rebounds. I mean 20 21-13. I'm cool with that. Like Magic has the better overall score. Overall, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a better overall player in the series. That's fine. This is the context of it, though, right? So the Pistons win game one, right? And it's tied. Now it's tied 1-1. Worthy leads them in points in game two. Fine. Now it's game three. The Lakers win game three. Now this is the game he's talking about. Let's check out game three. Game three, Worthy. That's what I'm saying. These would be lying, bro. Worthy has 24 points, right? And Magic has 18. Okay, cool. That's game three. But they lose that game, right? No, they do win. So now they're up 2-1, right? Now this is game four. Game four is they get blown out. They get blown out, and Worthy has a bad game. That doesn't take you out of the Finals MVP running though, because you have a bad game and they lose, right? Anyway, now it's game five. The Pistons win game five. Magic has 15. Worthy has 14. So everybody has a bad game except Kareem, right? So now everybody has a bad game, right? Now it's game six. The Lakers win this game by 1 point. You know what I'm saying? Lakers win this game by 1 point. Isaiah has 43, right? Worthy has 28. Magic has 22, but Magic has 19 assists. So I'm saying, like, so who had a better game? It's tuck and go. I don't know. I'm saying, but they need both of them to be able to win, right? Everybody, the rest of the team. So now it's game seven. Game seven happens. They win the game by 3, right? Isaiah Thomas only has 10 points because his ankle's all messed up. So now Worthy has 36, 16, and 10. Why wouldn't he get Finals MVP? You know what I'm saying, like, it's like it's confusing on why he wouldn't. You know what I mean? He obviously is. They won the game by 3 points, so he's obviously the reason why they won the series. It's just I'm confused by the whole dynamic. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, Finals MVPs don't mean you're a better player. Like Jordan and LeBron are only ones that actually have every Finals MVP of their whole career. Just look at Duncan's career. Look at Duncan's career. Duncan has 3 Finals MVPs, but 5 championships. So we all know about the Kawhi Leonard series, but the Tony Parker series is usually overlooked. So they're actually playing LeBron. That's LeBron's first Finals breakout year. Um, and let's see, Tony Parker. Tony Parker averages 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Right? Duncan averages 18 and 11. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man, that the leading scorer typically will get the Finals MVP. That's just kind of how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a crazy situation. Um, Even with Kawhi, the Kawhi series is interesting because Kawhi and Iggy both in back-to-back years get Finals MVP, but neither one of them scored crazy buckets, right? And the reason because their defense was ridiculous. So 2014, I never actually looked at this series to be honest with you. Let me see something. All right, so Tony Parker has 18 points. Kawhi has 17. Tim Duncan has 15. Duncan has 15 and 10, and Kawhi has 17-6. So why they give it to Kawhi Leonard? His defense, his impact on LeBron. You know what I'm saying? In that series, LeBron has 28, 7, 4, 2. Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? But there's no help there really. With the way he has 15, whatever. My point is, like, it doesn't mean that this player is better than you. It means that in this series, his impact on winning was just higher. Just had a higher impact. So I really don't understand the dynamic of it, but um, yeah, like I said, man, James Worthy in the '88 finals, he leads the whole playoffs in scoring for the whole. You know what I'm saying, for the whole year. So it's like he was obviously impacting the whole playoffs. Let me just make sure. I think he does though. '88. Hold on. No, he doesn't. Maybe he just led the series because it says he don't. But yeah, he led the team for sure in scoring for the whole playoffs for sure. Um, but yeah, man, I was trying to get some brothers to come on because they thought they was cooking me, but they was just sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is wild to me, man. I don't think it's really a debate. Why wouldn't he? So for the playoffs, he averaged 21-5. Magic averaged 19-12. So it depends on how you want to look at it. Depending on how you want to look at it. Kareem that year averaged 14 and and 5 rebounds. Yo, Kareem really was like super crazy overrated, bro. But anyway, yeah, man, I want to jump on about that. Other than that, we was going to try to get into the um the best centers of all time. I thought that was interesting. Let me see. Hold on one second. I did want to talk to Glock. Let me see if I can get him on real quick. Trying to get Glock on. The LeBron East is the weak East, is what they say, right? So during his era, he went through East Conference Finals each year. He went through the Detroit Pistons. That was East Conference Finals '07. '08, I think, was the Conference Finals? Yeah. '08, it was the Celtics. Um, '09, it was the Orlando Magic. 2010, he didn't even make it to the East Conference Finals. He lost in the second round. 11, D Rose. 12, the Celtics again. 13 was the Pacers. Was 14 the Pacers too? I think, yeah. Hold on, I gotta check. I want to say they paid the Pacers back to back years, but I'm not sure if it was the East Conference Finals or not. 2014 Miami. Yeah, so it was the Pacers back to back years, but the year before it was a 7 game series. Yeah, so that 13, I remember that 13 finals was back and back. It was series for series. I mean, it was game for game. I mean, so same thing happened next year. Miami beat them in 6 though. So the next year after that, I believe it was the Hawks in the East Conference Finals. People say the Hawks was trash, but whatever. They won 16 that year, if I am mistaken. Let me see something real quick. They swept the Hawks. So that year, but they lost in the final. They swept the Hawks that year. Next year, the Raptors in this conference final. Yeah, it's true. This wasn't the most amazing. The next year was the Celtics, and then in 2018, Boston again. So it wasn't the most amazing set of players and teams. But when we start holding that joint to a candle, bro, so I said y'all want to hold everybody to the same light. That's what I want to do too. So let's go through Jordan's Eastern Conference opponents from 1991. Right? This is actually his best year. This was Detroit Pistons in the East Conference Finals. Then he beat the Lakers. So I give him credit for that. But LeBron has a year like that too, where he goes through Boston. In 2012, that's similar to LeBron's first championship. He couldn't get past the Celtics. He lost them twice before that. So anyway, The next year, who's in the conference? The Cavs, the Knicks, and the Heat. I mean, listen, if you're from that era, maybe you think that Cavs team was good, but it wasn't. That Cavs team was garbage can juice, bro. Um, yeah. So the Cavs was the number 3 seed that year, which is cool. Jordan averaged 36 and 6 against them with 2.5 steals. Nuts. Mark Price was their leading scorer with 18 points. Larry Nance, Brad Daugherty, Hot Rod Williams, Craig Elo. That was basically their starting five. Um, Everybody's averaging about the same 18, 17, 17. Like these dudes isn't regular players. None of these dudes is all time great players, not even close. I don't even think Mark Price is in the Hall of Fame, but it's possible. Then they played the Trailblazers, which is fine. Whatever. I ain't going to not. I like Clyde, but that Trailblazers team wasn't that great. But let's look at the series anyway. This is the series where he has the shrug game, hit the 6 threes or whatever. So Jordan averaged 35, and I find that's crazy. 35, 5 and 6 basically. And Drexler averaged 24, 7 and 5. But Drexler's next scorer is Terry Porter. People say Terry Porter was good. I disagree. Anyway, next year. So this is the Charles Barkley year. They played the Knicks. So they went to the Cavs again, swept them. Now they play the Knicks. The Knicks, yo, I'm telling you, bro. I know some dudes from New York love the Knicks. The Knicks was trash, bro. Like guard play especially. So this is a series. Jordan has 32 against them, 6 and 7. Ewing has 25 and 11. Ewing is a beast. The next leading scorer is John Stark with 15 points. 15 points, three rebounds, 5 assists. Starks is really this might be Jordan's rival if you really think about it in the East. His at least for LeBron it was Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying? You can even say Paul George in the East, but definitely that Celtics team had to go through them. This it's like he's playing against barbecue chicken here, bro. So the next year, that's why I said the next year after that, they still go to the second round, losing 7 games to the Knicks. But they beat the Cavs. The Bulls beat the Cavs without Jordan, swept them in the first round. Nuts, bro. You can't even picture that now. So in that series, Scotty had 25, 9, 4, and 3. Um, you still had Mark Price, Gerald Wilkins, whoever. But I mean, I guess they was getting old. Mark Price is probably old at that point, but still. So the next year, Jordan comes back. They lose to the Magic. The next year is '96. So now they go. Now this is their best opponent. That Orlando team. They had Shaq on it. They swept them with Dennis Rodman. They swept them. This was the 7-2 and 10 team. Next year is the Miami Heat. Miami Heat though. Okay. Yeah, if y'all say so, y'all gonna tell me they was tough and they was rough riders and all this corny stuff they be saying, but Jordan had 38 and 2 assists against them. Their leading scorers Tim Hardaway 17 points, Alonzo Mourning with 15, Jamal Mashburn with 12. These dudes is regular players, bro. Like, this is not nothing spectacular. No one cares. This team is not good. Then they play the Jazz. The Jazz is hot garbage too. So next year is the Pacers. This is a Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is probably the most overrated player in NBA history, but definitely in this era. So Jordan averages 30 against them, and Reggie averages what 17. That's something. Come on, y'all. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with it. Listen, bro. I ran through the 6 years that Jordan's went to the finals. 6 years. No one in the East, not a single solitary guard, averages over 20 points. Not even Anthony Hardaway. So, and if we say 25 points, not even close. So let's go back through. Not even a single solitary wing player averages over 20 points. Not even once. So Reggie didn't. And the year before that, of course, nobody on the Heat did. The year before that, I think Penny had a good series. Hold on, let me see something. They swept them this year. Penny averaged. No, I'm lying. Penny averaged 27. So this is their best win. And Shaq averaged 27. Penny averaged 25. All right, so that's one. My bad. So I was lying about that. Let's see. So that was the Orlando Magic series. All right. So this. Well, if you want to count this, you can, but they lost the series, so it don't even really matter. All right, 93. The Knicks. You know that's John Starks. He has 15 points. So we can go to the next year. The Cavs. Nobody on that whole team averaged 20. And then you go to Detroit. I mean, even nobody on this team averaged 20, but they just had a good. They were a championship pedigree team. But nobody averaged 20, I believe, on this team either. Okay, Vinny Johnson did. Vinny Johnson averaged 21. And Mark Aguirre 16, Isaiah 16, and Joe Dumars 12. What I'm saying is, and I said this was his best run, I believe. So even if you say the Pistons and Orlando are the two best teams he ever faced in the East, his record against the Pistons is 3-1. His record against Orlando is 1-1. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like to talk about LeBron playing against a weak East. Who is Jordan going up against? Even if you add in Patrick Ewing, add him in, throw Patrick Ewing in the mix. Patrick Ewing and Shaq are the two dominant centers, I would say, of this era in the East. Patrick Ewing has 0 wins against Michael Jordan. Then you're going to say, well, if it wasn't for Jordan, Ewing would have a ring. No, he wouldn't. Ewing did go to the finals. The year that Mike retired, that 94 series, they beat the Bulls, right? Then I think they beat the Pacers, and they went to the finals and went up against Hakeem Olajuwon, and he got cooked. But let's just make sure for sure. That's 94. 94 series. Hold on, my bad, bro. I be messing this joint up sometimes. What the heck? Hold on. My bad. Yeah, so go to the Knicks. This is 94 for the playoffs. For the playoffs, Ewing only has 21-11. Yeah.
We meet again.
Hey, baby girl.
Hey.
Guess what?
What is it?
Okay, so I brought another one home.
Of what? Of one of what?
Remember when this morning where you came in and we did that project?
What project?
Remember the one where I drew that fox?
Remember? Oh yeah.
I brought another one home to do with the boys.
Oh, that's cool. Let me finish this joint. I'll break down here, all right?
Okay, I love you.
Love you too, baby. So yeah, in that series, Ewing averaged 22 and 10 against the Pacers. This is probably Reggie Miller's best series of his life. Has to be. He's 24 and 2. This is probably Reggie Miller's best series. It was all time for him. But let's go to the finals. So they get past the Pacers. Reggie does have a good series. I'll give him that. 24 points. Hakeem has 26, 9, and 3 with 3.9 blocks. What in the world's going on here? Ewing has 18 and 12. So he got completely barbecued. And Clyde Drexler's not even here yet. So Olajuwon gave him 28, 25. Olajuwon gave him 32, 27, 30. 25 in the closeout game. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, that whole narrative. Now it's funny because both the Pacers and the Knicks did end up getting to the finals. The Pacers got to the finals in that 2000 one, the Jalen Rose game. And for the finals, I think Reggie might have averaged 18 to 19 points, whatever it was. But my whole point is that the East was trash. The East wasn't even almost good. I could probably make the argument if you combine the Knicks and the Pacers together, they still couldn't beat the Bulls any year. They just did not have enough good players, bro. But yeah, man, like I said, we was talking about that earlier, and discussion happened, and yeah, man, the whole competition was wild, man. I think, I think we look at our favorite players a lot and hold them to a higher regard than what they really are. Um, and I just think that we overlook like the way that we really scrutinize and look at LeBron. But we don't do that with no other players. No other players do we really look at like that and say, all right, look what LeBron did last year. He lost in the conference finals to the Nuggets. He's a bum. Okay. But then if you bring up somebody else's pitfalls, let's say for the sake of argument, Kobe lost, got swept by Dallas. You never hear about that. He got swept by Dallas 2011. Oh man, he was getting old, and it's all the excuses in the world. It's all of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my point is, when are we really going to start holding everybody to the same light, bro? Let's put everybody in the same category and blend it up. This is the reason why I took Kareem out my top 10. You cannot be in my top 10 missing the playoffs, smacking your prime back to back years, two different teams. That's just not possible. I got Kobe out the top five because he had that finals he had that playoff miss. Shaq left, Kobe missed the playoffs. I'm done. I can't. You can't be. Say you first of all, Kobe was the second best player on his own team, so that's another thing with that. I feel like when you were a top five player, you was the best player on your team. Now the argument could be made that Bird did get outplayed by a few of his teammates in some of his finals runs. The '86 finals, Kevin McHale does outplay Hakeem Olajuwon. That really happened. Um, I guess they used the eye test on that one because Bird did get Finals MVP, but Cornbread Maxwell definitely got an 81 against the Rockets. Bird didn't have a great finals. Um, my point is that I'll I'll have the argument with you about um about Kobe and Bird though. Even though I think Bird is better, I'll entertain the argument. You know what I'm saying? I really will. The problem I have is that when we talk about all-time great players, only ones I ever really hear that gets held to that crazy high standard is LeBron. And I'm saying LeBron ain't even the GOAT. If Jordan is the GOAT, then why we just don't hold him to the same light? Look up his whole career. Let's look at everything. My argument against Jordan is this competition was trash. But even you talk about, that 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, that's a loss for Jordan. Jordan did not play well. No, I'm lying. Jordan played extremely well, but he could have played better because they lost. So we don't do that for no other player. Now Bird in '86, the playoffs, Bird had 25.9 and McHale had 24.9. But this is the thing. In the finals against the Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon, let me see. If McHale and Bird are going back and forth. McHale averages 25.8 and Larry Bird averages 24.0. Assists, McHale has 8.5 and Bird has 9.7. Bird has 9.9 assists. Sheesh. That's why they gave him MVP. So Bird averages 24, 9, and 9. But McHale outscores him. Hakeem Olajuwon averages 24 and 11. So McHale damn near outplays Hakeem Olajuwon almost. Bird had two blocks. I mean, McHale had two. How many blocks Hakeem had? Three. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, man, every great player can have all-time great teammates, all that stuff. But when we don't hold them to the same light, man, it's annoying, man. It's annoying when we do that with only selective players. Like if you say something about Kobe, you're a Kobe hater. It's just that, it's that. But I'm just holding them to the same standard I hold everybody else to. I'm expecting. Let's see that '87 finals, bro. Bird averaged 24 and 10. McHale averaged 20 and 9. So yeah, he definitely 100% deserved that one. Um, yeah, man. I wanted to bring a couple panel members up, but I think everybody's stuck on that TikTok live. Let me go join these dudes and we'll get back at y'all, yo.